everyone. Today I have a beginner-friendly total body HIIT workout. This workout is broken up into 3 mini circuits. In each circuit, I'm going to give you 3 exercises and you will go through them 3 times. We're going to use an interval structure of 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. When you finish a set of 3 exercises, you rest for 30 seconds, and when you finish the entire circuit, you rest for a full minute. For equipment, you are going to need a set of medium dumbbells, whatever medium means to you. You want it to be challenging, but something that you can do for 30 seconds. So a good range to start, I would go somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds. Of course, if you want to go a little heavier, go for it. As with all workouts, you want to make sure you're properly warmed up beforehand and always listen to your body, modifying or stopping as needed. I have a couple warm-ups on my channel that I've linked to below. If you're new to my channel, I don't play music in the background because I want you to be able to listen to whatever music or podcasts or TV shows you like. So if you don't have something queued up, you might want to get that going. Before each circuit, I'm going to give you a preview of the 3 exercises we will be doing. And throughout the workout, I will give you modification options. Your best modification for a lot of these, though, use lighter weights. Okay, with all that said, let's get to the preview of the first 3 exercises. Okay, so our first exercise is going to be a squat with a pulse at the bottom. You're going to rack 1 weight at each shoulder. If you want to modify though, just use 1 weight and hold it at your chest, or to modify further, just body weight. So this first circuit is going to focus on lower body. I want you to get into position for your squat, so feet are about shoulder widths apart. Slide your shoulder blades down your back, knit your ribs together. Let's go. Take it down to your low squat, give me a little pulse up and down, finish it at the top. So you'll notice when I'm doing the squat, my knees are not jutting forward. I want you to think of starting the movement by the hip hinge. So hips go back, little pulse, weight in my heels at the bottom, squeeze your butt as you come to the top. Ten seconds to rest. You're only going to need 1 weight for the next one. We're going to do an alternating back lunge. We're just going to add in an extension with that dumbbell. So you're going to hold the dumbbell at chest height, step 1 foot back, press it forward, bring it back in, up, switch sides. Low lunge, 1 press, step it up. I want you to get low in this lunge, so I'm bringing my back knee just to hover over the floor. At any point, if the weight gets to be too much, ditch it, just do this body weight. And rest. Okay, body weight exercise to finish up this round. So no weights are needed. We're gonna do an alternating side lunge. So you're gonna bring the opposite hand down towards the floor as you do this. Don't worry if you're not reaching the floor, okay? Get low, but if that is not in your mobility wheelhouse, don't worry about actually touching the ground. Now, if you feel comfortable here, because I do want you to add a little speed, maybe you add a little hop switch like this. This would be the advancement. If that is too much though, stick to stepping. Okay, now you have a full 30 seconds to rest before we do that again. Okay, we're going to start at the top with that squat with the pulse at the bottom. Weights are at your shoulders. If it's too heavy, just carry 1, or you could always do body weight. Let's go. Take it low, 1 little pulse, drive it up. Now when you come to the top of this squat, I want you to bring your hips forward and really squeeze your seat. So notice, I'm bringing the hips forward, I'm squeezing my bum, but I'm not hyperextending through the low back. So when you squeeze your seat, your abs are also active too. So at the top of this, you're kind of in a vertical plank. 10 seconds to rest. Ditch one of those weights, alternating back lunge with that press. Weight comes to chest height. Step back, press it forward. My dog is like, what the heck are you doing? So the goal is to move as quickly through these as you can during the 30 seconds, but without sacrificing proper form. So if the pace I'm going is a little too quick, or you notice that form getting sloppy, slow it down, but you do want to continuously move throughout the entire 30 seconds. That is the goal of HIIT training. 10 seconds to rest. Okay, body weight move to finish. We're going to do those alternating side lunges. Now I want you to get low through this, but you're not getting low by rounding through your upper back, okay? So you're getting as low as you can through the legs. So hips slide down and back. My spine is staying long though, chest is staying open. I'm not rounding my shoulders. Again, if you're feeling good, maybe you add in a little hop switch. Totally optional. Woo, okay, 30 seconds to rest. We have one more time through that circuit. You'll notice in the 3 circuits, the third move is always a little quicker. Okay, so we kind of focus on weight in the first 2, add a little bit of speed into it for the third. All right, one last time. Let's grab those weights, rack them on your shoulders, squat with a pulse at the bottom. Roll your shoulders down your back for me, knit your ribs together, and let's go. Take it low, 1 squat at the bottom, squeeze your seat at the top. Long spine, open chest, reach your tailbone back, weight in the heels. Final few. And rest. All right, drop down to 1 weight, alternating back lunge with that press. Step back low, reach it forward, and switch. So we keep a quick tempo, but not at the sacrifice of proper form. Now, when you're in this low lunge, knee is stacked directly over heel. It is not jutting forward. And rest. Okay. One last time, we're going into that alternating side lunge. Dial up the speed a little bit. Let's go. Reaching towards the floor. I don't care if you actually touch it. And again, we're getting low, not by rounding through the upper back, but by getting low through the legs. So slide your hips down and back. Last few seconds, maybe you add that hop switch. And done. Okay, you have a full 60 seconds to rest while I show you the next 3 exercises. Okay, we are going to be down on our mats for the second circuit. It is core focused. Upper body will be active as well, and glutes, but mainly core focused. So we're going to start in a bird dog. So you're going to make your way to tabletop. Knees are stacked under hips. Wrists are stacked under shoulders. Knit your ribs together. Low abs pull up and in. We have a nice long neutral spine, neutral neck, so you're not hanging your head here. And we're also not craning up looking at the wall in front of us. Let's go. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Crunch knee to elbow. Extend back out. Place them down other side. Extend, crunch. extend, place it down. All right, now we are going through this at a steady pace. Don't rush it though, okay? Because I don't want to see this going on with your low back. Abs in tight. 10 seconds to rest. We're going to make our way down to our back in a hip bridge position. So heels in close. Lift your butt up into a bridge. Weight goes overhead, and then from here it's going to be a little pulse of the hips, down and up, and then one skull crusher. You bend that weight down behind your head, lift it up. Little pulse, one skull crusher. Now in this bridge, your low back should not be clenched tight like an angry fist. The lift comes from your seat. So I want your abs in tight, pull the belly button down towards the spine, and think about making a fist through the seat. So a fist with your butt cheeks. Up, squeeze, 10 seconds to rest. All right, ditch the weight. We're gonna come into bicycle crunches, add on a little speed, okay? Again, the third move is always a little speedier. Let's go, side to side. Now when you do this, don't think of necessarily bringing the elbow to the knee. Think about bringing your shoulder to the knee so that there's a deep twist through the core. If this is too much, keep your feet down and just do it with bent knees like this. Inner thighs are active, squeeze them towards your midline, and rest. Okay, you have 30 seconds here. We'll start that from the top. Okay, let's start making our way into that tabletop position. My dog is like, what the hell are you doing? Hi, baby. Okay, wrists stacked under shoulders. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Knees under hips. We got that bird dog crunch and extension. Abs in tight. Neutral spine, long neck. Let's go. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Crunch, extend back out, place it down. When you extend that leg, excuse me, Pickles, I want you to squeeze into your seat, okay? Oh my God. When you crunch in, bringing elbow to knee, you can do a little round of the spine up to the ceiling, so really contract your abdominals, and then back to neutral. And rest. Okay, make your way to that hip bridge position. Weight is overhead, grab it by the ends. Hips up, one little pulse, down an inch, squeeze up, one skull crusher for the triceps. Pulse, down and up, lower the weight, lift, squeeze. You squeeze your seat at the top, you squeeze your abs as well though, so that you don't just hyperextend through that low back. Sorry about the obstructed view there. Okay, rest. Ditch the weight. We're going to come into bicycle crunches. Please don't eat that. Elbows wide, fingers by your ears, or you can kind of cradle your head, but don't pull on your neck, okay? Opposite elbow, opposite knee, side to side. Now, if this is a little too much, if you feel your low back peeling off the floor, bring your legs up at a higher angle. It'll be a little easier. Or again, you can always take that option, oh, I'm sorry, Pickles, with your feet on the floor. And rest. Okay, 30 seconds. We'll go through that one more time. Pickies. Okay, let's start making our way into that tabletop position one last time. We're gonna do those bird dogs. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Knit your ribs together. Low abs draw up and in. Let's go. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Extend, crunch them in. Extend them back out, touch them down. Other side. So we're moving steadily, but with control, okay? Try to keep that neutral spine so it's not this, abs in tight. Now notice if you are dumping into the shoulder of the hand that remains on the floor. Try not to do that. So I want you to think of pushing the floor away, staying long through your neck. And rest. Okay. We're going to come to that bridge position, adding in that skull crusher. Lift your seat up, squeeze your bum, abs in tight, weight is overhead, and then you bend the elbows, lowering the weight behind your head up to the top, little pulse of those hips. One skull crusher for the triceps, little pulse up and down of those hips. Now when you do this, you don't want your elbows here, you really want them over your shoulders or even extended a little further. Pulse and dip. 10 seconds to rest. Okay, final exercise in this circuit. We're going to finish up with bicycle crunches. Hands behind your head. You can rest your head in your hands, but don't pull like this. So we keep the chin off of our chest, side to side. If you want to challenge, you are making these a little quicker than the previous 2 rounds. Legs are active. You're pulling them in towards your midline. The twist comes through your core. So really bring the shoulder. Shoulder comes over. Shoulder comes over. Don't let that low back peel off the ground. Final few seconds. And rest. Okay, you have 60 seconds to recover. I'm going to show you our final 3 exercises. Okay, third and final circuit. It's total body, but we'll show a little extra love to upper body, especially biceps in this one. So you're going to need both weights to start. We're going to do a curl to a press. Roll your shoulder blades down your back, knit your ribs together, soft bend to the knees. Palms are going to face in towards each other. We're going to do a hammer curl, shoulder press, reverse it, back down. So anytime you do standing upper body work, you want to make sure you have a solid foundation. So we're not locking out the knees, and we're keeping a neutral pelvic bone, which means your low abs are pulling up and in, so we're not dumping into that low back. Now, if you feel yourself swaying a lot, or you feel pressure in your low back, I want you to stagger your feet. Bring one foot behind the other one, like a little kickstand, and then do it from there, and that should help. 10 seconds to rest. So we're going to keep both weights. We're going to do an alternating curtsy lunge, and we're going to add in a biceps curl at the bottom. So 1 foot steps back in that low curtsy, 1 bicep curl, stand it up, switch sides. Curl at the bottom, stand it up. Now if you want to ramp up the intensity a little bit, do it as one. So as you sink back, you curl, come up. This will just make it a little faster. If that is too much though, pause, do the curl at the bottom, and isolate the movements. Ten seconds to rest. Okay, body weight move for the last one. Like the previous 2 circuits, we finish this one with a more up-tempo exercise. So we're going to do a march, driving our elbows down. So I want these quick. Drive that knee up, core in tight. You're reaching and pulling down with the arms. So no, we're not using a weight, but we're really squeezing through the upper body. Powerful movements. Reach and pull, pull, pull. Abs in tight. Can you pick up the pace a little bit? Whew, okay, 30 seconds to rest. We'll go through that twice more. All right, let's grab those weights. Feet about hips to shoulder width apart. Soft bend to the knees, low abs in tight. Chest is broad. Hammer curl to press. Let's go. So I talked about staggering your feet. to help with core stability on this one. To modify otherwise, just use lighter weights, okay? So we want to get in as many reps as we can during the 30 seconds without sacrificing proper form though. So at any point, if you need to slow it down, whoop, and rest. Okay, we're going to keep those weights, curtsy lunge with that biceps curl at the bottom. Step back, curl, come up, other side. Continuing the work for our biceps. Now at the bottom of this curtsy lunge, I still want that front knee pointing in the same direction as your toes. More advanced version, speed it up, curl as you lower. Curl, step up, that is optional. Rest, okay, ditch the weights. We're gonna come into that march. You're really active through the arms on this one as well, okay? Core is in tight, drive the knee up, elbows come to the outside of it. I want you to get your knee as high as possible. If it's too much, slow it down. If you want a little more, speed it up. Now you can kind of do what's most comfortable for your hips. If lifting your knees straight in front of you is causing pinching, bring them out to the side slightly. Whoop, and rest. Okay, one more time through those exercises, you got it. But just going back to what I was saying, so if lifting your knees straight up in front of you, if you have tight hips, sometimes that can be really uncomfortable. If that is the case, bring your knee up at a slight angle to the side, okay? Same deal, just a little wider instead of straight forward. Either, totally fine. We get that neutral pelvic bone, soft bend of the knees, chest is broad, abs in tight, very important. Curl to press. If you're feeling a lot of pressure in your low back, especially during that shoulder press, again, stagger your feet. Use that back foot as a little kickstand. And rest. Keep both those weights. Curtsy lunge with that curl at the bottom. Now when you step back in this, don't completely open your hips to the side. So think about still keeping your hips pointing pretty forward on the curtsy. Ten seconds to rest, ditch those weights. Last 30-second push coming up, okay? We got that march, let's make it our best yet. Power with the arm, core active, driving the knee ups. Let's go. Let's get your heart rate up. Final 30 seconds of this workout. Reach and pull, pull. Last push, come on, final few seconds. And done. Awesome work with this one. Hope you enjoyed that workout. If you did, you know the drill. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I will see you next Monday with another workout. Bye.